What's up, guys? It's Taker25 here, still relishing in the completionist cape glory. The next achievement on my list is going to be getting the Sandy title, subjecting myself to many hours of AFK skilling, hunting for gems, cats, and insects, and becoming a full-on masochist as I subject myself to the RNG gods. First off, if you have any questions after this video, after this stream, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer. If you have any advice for me or any other players, definitely drop that down in the comments too. I'm actually pretty close to getting Sandy. I'm almost max rep in the merchant district. You can't see right now, it'd usually be up here. Then I need to max the workers district, find a few cats and jewels. So I'm here to share what going for Sandy has been like so far, and how you can make it a little bit easier. So, right now, I am in Pyramid Plunder trying to get the Menaphos gem by looting as many urns as I can. Now, I haven't spent a whole lot of time on Pyramid Plunder yet, but probably about 2 or 3 hours, and I've been looting just the first few rooms, watching my players shout "ow" a dozen times per minute. I actually got the "careful there are snakes" achievement by accident, because that you get that by looting 20 urns in a row without getting caught by a snake. Although I will admit I did get the snake charming flute when I found out that that achievement was a thing. I just wanted to go for it kind of on the side. It definitely makes it like a lot easier if you don't mind doing some extra clicks. But anyway, I've heard of players getting this gem in as little as 4 hours or as much as 11 or 28 hours, and I really hope it doesn't come for that. Okay, I got my Thieving Master cape on right now. I do not need any of that. But on a positive note, I did find a couple cats today, including the Post Cat. The Post Cat walks in a counterclockwise rotation from Menaphos to Polnivnich, then I think the mining camp and Shanty Pass, and then back down to the bandit camp, or something like that. I don't remember the exact order, but I found that the best way to find the Post Cat was to walk from Menaphos and follow the Post Cat's path in reverse. So the Post Cat is going counterclockwise, you would walk through those sites clockwise, and you would do it in reverse. So if his last stop is the bandit camp to Menaphos, you would start at Menaphos and go to the bandit camp. And I was right. I thought that I would be bound to meet him eventually, and it literally took me anywhere between a minute or two to find him. I just found him south of the bandit camp as he was making his way back to Menaphos. So that was really fast. For a lot of other insects and gems, it's all about cutting acacia logs, fishing, hunting plover birds, doing some combat as well. And I'm finally at the point where I have to do Pyramid Plunder and Shifting Tombs, basically. I've completed all the insects in the Menaphos journal, and now I just have a few cats, some gems, maxing out my reputation, and that's gonna be it. I am a member of the soulobby friends chat. By the way, that's SOULOBBY with no spaces. And I find that chat to be the most helpful and active when it comes to chasing the Sandy title. Okay, there's usually hundreds of people in it at any given time, and you see purple dots all over the map. It doesn't matter what world. You know, if you're at the GE, or, you know, doing some other skilling activities at Fort Forinthry or whatever, you're probably going to find someone else in that chat, because so many people are using it, okay? It's so helpful in chasing the Sandy title. So one thing I wanted to include in this video is a little bit how the soulobby chat works. It's actually very straightforward. So the number is the world. The letter here is the district. So P for ports, M for merchants, etc., etc. Sometimes you'll see an S, that means scarabs have spawned. And then you'll see these letters at the end. If you see an F, that means fresh, UA means unknown age, and D means dead. So we do have a lot of new people coming into the chat. on a regular basis, and they might not be sure how to make calls or understand what these calls mean, but that's really it, okay? So you have the world, the district, or S for scarabs, and then F for fresh, UA for unknown age, D for dead. This chat also helps with cats, gullible tourists, the traders, so that's really, really helpful. Now, chasing this title still sucks sometimes, it's still a grind, but it's oh so satisfying when you eventually get the rare drop that you've been after. So why am I doing this though? Well, I don't have any current intentions to get the trimmed comp cape, but I really do like Menaphos, and I like how the title looks. So when I returned to the game and saw how cool Menaphos looked, I think Jagex did a great job with it. I wanted to experience all the content that I could, and Sandy is a great way to do that. I like the lore, the architecture, all that stuff. Now, some players might be a little put off by the fact that it's mostly a Menaphos thing, but you have to do Pyramid Plunder in Sophanum for some reason. And yeah, it's there are some things where you have to explore the desert as a whole, especially since you have to do like the desert quests like Our Man in the North and Crocodile Tears and stuff, so it's not exclusive to Menaphos. Also, while I'm talking about how the title looks, I was a little bit put off by how the salty title, which is based around the Ark, is also gold and tan and not blue, right? Like, why do Sandy and Salty look the same? I feel like Salty should be like a dark blue and light blue, you know? I think that would look good. But anyway, my best advice for anyone doing the skilling achievements here is to try and use the best skilling gear that you can for each activity. That should be obvious. So for woodcutting, you want to wear your Nature's Sentinel outfit, Fury Shark outfit for fishing, Master Thieving outfit for Pyramid Plunder. That's what I have on right now, which you can't see because of my cosmetics. And also their respective skill capes. It also doesn't hurt to have any jewelry that would boost your chances at receiving resources, and especially having a Luck of the Dwarves shouldn't hurt either. Join the Soul Obby Friends chat to do Soul Obelisks as a daily. Do all the Menaphos and desert quests like Our Man in the North and Crocodile Tears, since if you do all that, you get reputation faster, and especially useful is you won't get hurt by the desert heat. So it's worth doing those quests anyway, just for that in my opinion. Like, you'll never have to use a water skin or a tiara again. It's just kind of annoying, you know, having to go through the desert and taking on heat damage, but whatever. Like I said, with Pyramid Plunder, you just want to stick to the first few floors and loot urns for the Menaphyrite gem, but for the cat, Jennifer, you get her from looting sarcophagi. So that's two things to find in Plunder. The gem is considered a very rare drop. I don't know what the exact drop rate is, I'm guessing it's just RNG. But I got the cat pretty quickly, and I really hope that I get the gem in this video while I'm streaming. That would be pretty cool, but I'm not holding my breath on it. As for shifting tombs, I think there's at least 2 or 3 things to find. I'll get there when I get there, but basically you want to mine as many of those green crystal rocks as you can. If you get a tomb with a bunch of those, which happens sometimes, you'll definitely want to stick around and just mine them exclusively. Okay, that's a drop rate of 1 out of 750. And I'll take that. You know, I've done worse, fishing like almost 10,000 fish to get all the gems and stuff and insects or whatever from that. I think it's just gems for the fish, but whatever. Also cut well over 10,000 acacia logs. So for a lot of the woodcutting, mining, fishing jewels, and insects, the drop rate is 1 out of 3,000 or very rare. So that is pretty tough, but it is very AFK, so I don't mind that at all. Then there are some gems and cats that are only available on certain days of the week. So check the wiki for that schedule. There's a cat that only appears on Wednesdays, so that one's pretty easy. You just gotta remember to log in. And coincidentally, one of the last remaining gems that I need is also available on Wednesdays, so I should get both of those this coming Wednesday. I call them gems, but they're technically called jewels of the Elid, so if you hear me say gems or jewels, I'm talking about the same thing. So I found it pretty easy to grind out the Menaphos reputation, especially since I've been a member of the soulobby friends chat during peak hours. So peak hours, I'm sure some of you may know this, but peak hours are around the reset of midnight game time. Okay, that's when everyone's on doing their dailies. Fortunately, that's when a lot of North American players are online. You know, that's prime time in the United States, Canada, Mexico. We're talking like 7 to 9 p.m. there. That's when a lot of players are active and enough people are scouting for obelisks, cats, and tourists, so you really shouldn't have a problem. And of course, it's going to take a lot of patience, so you just want to do your obelisks as a daily. It doesn't take that long. You can only get like 20k per day to max on obelisks. It takes like 20 minutes to a half hour. And then you can skill and grind for the other things in between. So I'm going to be doing Sandy pretty consistently now that I have comp. But if you get tired of it, of course, you could take a break and do something else and then just come back to it whenever. Your Menaphos journal will help you keep track. And you can definitely use the wiki, which I advise, for also keeping track of what you still have left to go. You can get max Menaphos reputation in under 2 months just by doing soul obelisks alone, but you're not gonna do that because you're also gonna be skilling in between. But just doing the math on that, you can get like 20k reputation per day, right? 300k per faction. And by the way, that's 20k from obelisks. You can get however much reputation per day, but it's 20k max per obelisk for obelisks, okay? And it's 300k per faction to max the faction. So 15 days times 4 factions is 60 days, right? But yeah, like I said, you're going to be getting reputation from other skilling activities anyway to boost your rep. In fact, like half of my merchant faction rep, very sure it came from skilling and not actually doing the obelisks. I get lazy with them sometimes. It is what it is. So just hoping that the RNG gods give me what I need sooner rather than later. I am currently going for the Menaphos. Oh my god, I got it. Holy shit, I got it. I got it here on stream. Whoa. Okay. I've been grinding at this for maybe 3 or 4 hours today. Not even that long. I am so glad that that happened on stream, and I think that is a perfect place to cut it, right? Alright, so that's a wrap on Pyramid Plunder then. Anyway, I hope that this video helped any fellow Sandy hunters out there. I look forward to getting the title and making a video about that when I've reached the end of it. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and definitely leave some advice in the comments down below, and I'll answer any questions that I can. Alright, I'll see you around Gillinor, my friends.